Hello, all you half pints out there, and welcome. My name is Skimm, and you're my channel. Today you're joining me for a Town of Salem ranked. This, however, is going to have a little bit of a different pretense, a little bit of a different tone to it. I'm going to talk a little bit less about the game, a little bit more about life. Now, why would I do that? Why would I want to talk about life while playing a video game? Isn't that part of the point of video games, to forget life? Yeah, maybe for some people. But I kind of decided that, yeah, I've had a few things happen to me in my life that have given me a different perspective on things. I'm sure you guys have as well. I kind of wanted to start an open kind of conversation where a video with topics that say it's okay to talk about things, and it's okay to kind of not be totally happy sometimes. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to do. Not that I'm necessarily an expert in this. I certainly have had some bad moments, but I've also had some very fun and good moments. You know what doesn't help, though? What doesn't help is the fact that I'm jailer. That's not gonna make this any easier at all. To focus on both things at once. I'm actually recording live. I kind of like to record live anyway. So let me just type this up. Hey, roll now. Now, real survivor. Yeah, right. Right. Claims real survivor. All right, well, that's we'll see. I can't kill you today anyway. So today I'm gonna kind of talk about, in between playing the game, I'm gonna talk about depression, and just kind of like how depression gets to you, and how it's affected me personally, and kind of like the things that I'm trying to do to get out of that, because I'm still kind of in this mindset now where, and enough things have happened to me over this past semester that it's kind of, this past year or so, that it's kind of just brought me down. But it started 2016. I kind of figure, you got to try to bring things back up again. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today. So I guess one could start with like defining what depression is, but I'm pretty sure each and everybody who would be listening to this kind of has their own definition of what depression is or what it means to them. Because ultimately what comes down to it is it affects people in a different way, and some people are so happy normally that depressed to them doesn't seem so bad as it may to others. And I'm kind of one of those people where when I get down, I'm still smiling, I'm still like, I'm putting on a good show, but those who really know me kind of can tell. Skimm doesn't get up very early in the morning anymore. He doesn't like to hang out with anybody else. Sometimes he skips meals. That's kind of like as bad as it gets for me, and I know it gets a lot worse for other people, so give me just a second to focus on this game now. Spy down is not good. Transporter down is also not very good. Who claimed survivor? Malvario? Well, I'll probably kill him then. We'll see. Why do you care? I mean, he may be a jester, though, so if you're a survivor, you wouldn't mind. It doesn't matter if he's a survivor. It's really not a loss anyway. It's hard to really... He is jester. Just execute him. Alright, well, he's got a point. I don't think John Hathorne is actually jester, though. I think it's the opposite way around. I think it might be the opposite way around. So, anyway, that's my plan for tonight as far as the game goes. Yeah, so, depression kind of affects people in a different way. So it's kind of, there's no one, there's no cure for everything. I found that it makes me feel better to talk to people, especially friends, about it. But I also think there's a lot of value in talking to a professional about it. And it's something that I've considered at different parts of my life. So, I mean, let's see what this guy's up to. I'm the real survivor. So, for me, like I said, it doesn't get as bad. I have bad nights and I have bad mornings. I have times when I can't sleep and times I can't get back up. But it's kind of one of those. It's kind of one of those things that you kind of. It's part of life, and it kind of goes in waves for me at least. But I've had people come to me through the channel, and I've had people come to me in my real life too, and just like kind of trust in me and confide in me that they're having a hard time. And what's important when somebody does that is you have to understand that it's not easy. It's not easy to come up and say, hey, listen, I think I'm depressed. I think I'm having a hard time. And it's really kind of bringing me down. So you got to be careful with that. Let's see, was I right or was I wrong? Could go either way. It's not a... We'll see. It's not a good start for town, though. Transfer to spy mayor. Jester down. Very nice. So that kind of clears out a couple things. And then I'll also say doused. So, anyway. Yeah, not looking great for town so far. So it's important though when somebody comes to you and says, I need a hand, you gotta help them. Even if it's only just pointing them in the right direction, you gotta help them. So I definitely encourage you guys to kind of, especially within this community, within the half pint community, have that kind of companionship with each other and that compassion. It's kind of hard sometimes to take yourself and put yourself on that mindset of another person. I actually once dated a girl who was severely bulimic, and it started to tear me down just to hear the way that she thought about herself and the way that she was dealing with her problems. It made me depressed to hear her feeling that way because I cared about her. And so that's the kind of stuff that it's not easy to do it. And you gotta kind of take the good with the bad when you're trying to help somebody with that. There's only so much you can do. There's only so much the burden that you can take from them before it becomes too much for yourself. So you gotta keep your eye kind of on what, on kind of what it is that you can help with, what you can't help with. But so help. Take some of the pain away, but you can't take it all away. And that's something that's kind of was hard for me to recognize for a long term. I try to fix people a lot. It's been an issue that has really caused me pain in relationships. It's caused me a lot of kind of hard times. And I gotta pick somebody. I'm gonna pick Kenny. So it's kind of caused me some really kind of tough times in life. Just trying to help people when there's really not anything or not much that I can do. Let's see what this guy's up to. What is this guy even saying? Random town what? I mean, I killed him anyways, but let's say. That's weird. So I don't know if what he is. Ready to burn list. Hey, good, he's dead. Good, arsonist down. All right, anyway. So that's good for me. That's good news. But all right, well, hold on. First, let's see what this guy is. Well, I think he may have actually been spy. So that's a shame. I killed the spy, the second spy. Random town is investigative then. Ugh. Not good. Not good for town. Dang. But the person who voted guilty may very well be Mafia then. Who is Dijin. Shall we spy test? Could there be 4 investigators? I'm not claiming spy though. I'm gonna jail him. Back to kind of the topic that was at hand. I hope you guys are kind of doing okay with this right now. But I claimed vet in whispers. Well, vet is... So James Bailey looks good. We'll jail Jirachi, I guess. So you kind of just have to be careful because, for the more that you take off somebody else as far as their depression, sometimes it kind of gets back on you. But recently, as many of you guys know, Miss Milk and I went our separate ways. It's been really, really rough. It's been kind of back and forth, trying to be friends, thinking about being more than friends again, back to just being friends, to near hatred at times. It's been a real wild ride, and throughout that whole kind of process, it's begun to kind of really take away from what it is that who I am, and kind of put me into this bad mood. So roll now. Medium. Lying. Yeah, I don't think that's it. I don't think he's actually... If Mafia have a forger, they most likely don't have consig. I think they have both a consig, so Mayor's Will was not forged, meaning 9 is Mafia. Yeah, so I think 9 is actually Mafia, and I probably just got forged. So, we'll see. That's a shame. I think Town's going to lose this pretty easily. But, yeah, because they also have a survivor, too. So I don't know, so I've had some hard times recently, and so what I've decided to kind of do, what a forge though. Hold on, I want to highlight that forgery. Did not jail anyone. Claims mayor. Claimed impossible role executed. James Bailey. Let me just explain myself. Yeah, it's a forged will, so... Anyway. So yeah, so we all kind of have like these hard times, these rough... And by the way, it's Jirachi, maybe James, but at least Jirachi is definitely bad. I think James might be bad too, though. Might be consig, actually. So... So. Anyway, back to kind of what we were talking about. So we all have kind of hard times, but I think that I've decided that I know how I want to deal with this, because I am the kind of person that hates to be alone, and a lot of people I think suffer with that. They if they're not actually alone, they feel like they're always alone. So, what I previously in my life, I typically would have a girlfriend, or during high school, I was always seeing my friends every day. It was really easy to not feel that way. But in college, it kind of became a little bit more difficult for me. And for some people, they don't have a big friend group in high school, or they may not have a big friend group in college. And I think that it's actually a lot more important than people think to have those kind of solid connection, the friendships that kind of transcend just, hey, let's just talk every now and then, chat and just whatever. Like I think you need somebody that when you kind of sit there and you go, I need you, that they'll come to help you. So yes, I am. It's kind of important, and that's kind of like what I've been focusing on. So for those of you out there who are kind of suffering with stuff like depression, just kind of keep in mind that there's people out there who can help, and who are more than willing to help, and who would love to help. Sometimes you got to ask, though. Sometimes you kind of have to You kind of have to ask them, say, hey, listen, I kind of need somebody tonight to take my mind off of things, just to talk to. So can you be that person? And most times, a lot of people, if they're real good friends of yours, even if they're just pretty good friends of yours, they'll say yes. They know because they've been there before how hard it can be to kind of stare down depression. And so it's kind of really important to do that, to kind of think that way. But not be afraid to ask for help. And that's kind of one of the places where I kind of struggle, is that I'll ask for help after I've already beaten myself up about things. So you guys, as my Half Pint Army, have been incredibly helpful throughout this whole ordeal. In fact, there were some times when I just didn't want to get out of bed, but I'd send a tweet out, and you guys would just, send me pictures of kittens, or, tell me it's going to be okay. You're going to get over this. You're going to get through this. And that's really helped. So don't underestimate the power of friendship to help with that kind of stuff, because it's unlike anything that there ever had. Like, it can beat things. It can beat depression like you wouldn't believe it. So when you kind of get to that point in your life when you don't know where to go, you don't know where to turn to, just know that there are places to go, there are people to turn to, there always will be that. There's always going to be friends out there, people who are willing to help you, even if you may not think of them first. There's always somebody out there willing to help you. Like I said, don't be afraid to go for professional help. I mean, I've done it before. I've been there before, where I needed to talk to somebody who was just above the thought process of my friends. My friends may know me better, but a professional is able to tell why it is and what kind of underlying factors have attributed to the way that I feel. And sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you just need a friend. Sometimes you need somebody to go get coffee with. And sometimes you really need a professional who's going to know what to do. So, and going to know different ways of helping you that you may not have thought of before. So keep that in mind, guys, and always feel free to reach out to me and say, hey, I'm having a bad day. Like, what can you tell me that's positive? Do you have any videos coming out that are going to be funny or that are going to be cool? Do you want to play a game? Like, ask me if I want to play Town of Salem if you want to. And if I'm free, I might say yes. I may be looking for somebody to hang out with too. Because depression really is a bitch, guys. It'll take you down. It'll make you feel like you're not worth anything, like you can't get out of bed. It'll make it hard to look at yourself in the mirror, but it doesn't have to be that way. It's not easy. You can't just forget about being sad. It doesn't work that way, but you can, with the help of others, get to that point. Get to the point where it's okay to be sad, but you at least know that you have the people there to help you out in case you need them. And that's important. Well, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed. If you like this, if you like me talking about really serious stuff instead of just video games, let me know. And I kind of hope this helps somebody. Feel free to leave your own perspective down below in the comments. I'll read it, and it may help me someday get over something. So this is a community, guys, and I love the community we've built around this channel. Let's help each other out, even with the hard stuff in life. So thank you, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that great, awesome, fun stuff. And come back for more if you feel like it. I'd appreciate you being here. Peace out.